All right, guys, and welcome to this episode of Dair Down. I'm your host, VGBootCamp, and today we got a lot in store for you guys. Discussions about the latest international tournaments going on, travel bans, some of the latest websites going to help you level up your game, and of course, a great interview with one of my good friends, Misfits' own Larry Lurr. But first, let's go ahead and check out the vault and see what we have for this week in Smash 4. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with our first topic. And of course, we have Midwest Mayhem 8, the North American Tour. And that's something I'm super excited about to see. There's going to be a ton of qualifiers going all around. And all these people who are able to win it are going to have a chance to go ahead and go to, of course, that major Midwest Mayhem, along with the $500 pot bonus that's going to be going on. So let's go ahead and take a look at that video. Yeah, and so, I mean, of course, Midwest Mayhem Saga as well is going to be a part of this whole North America tour that's going to be happening. So super excited. Of course, PG's own online qualifiers, which they've been doing a lot of, that's been helping out a ton of members in the community actually have their play be seen and actually be known. There's a lot of online monsters out there, so I know you guys want to get your chance to shine, and of course, that's going to be an opportunity for you there. Our next topic we're going to go into is Tokage 2017, and that is going to be super awesome. It's going to be having a ton of players, including Ally, ESAM, Mr. R, and also Nairo's out there as well, so that's going to be pretty cool. Most in particular, so happy about Mr. R is being able to travel hot off his new opportunities that he has with his sponsor, Elevate. And the news just came in, guys. This man is actually able to enter the US, so people are happy. The travel ban right now has been currently stopped, so players can actually make it here. So we're not only going to see this guy at Tokage 2017, but we're also going to see him out here. So super exciting. I'm bummed. That's what I want to see. But talking about top players like Mr. R, in order to get there, you got to have a level up in your game. And of course, one site is helping people do that, and that's going to be SmashVods.com. And SmashVods is the latest site that you can go ahead and go through a database, select what character, select out the matchup, and see what you want to do. And this is the basic site right here. You can go ahead and select Melee, approximately all these kind of tournaments as well. And, of course, select your character, then go into the matchups that you want to see, and the moment you do that, boom, you're done, you're there, and you can look at all these matches all out YouTube. And this is something that in tandem with all the things that we've seen from like places like OneSmash.net, who have all these techniques, all these setups, you're going to be able to level up your game that much faster. So I'm super excited about this site. I think with a lot of these things like Kurgana Hammer, OneSmash.net, like I said before, you see some people come out really, really quick, really, really damn good. So definitely something to look out for. One of the players who definitely has benefited from just kind of hard work, playing it on and on again, is of course Pink Fresh, who was able to actually win out the Xanadu monthly that had just happened. And really exciting for him. He went up against his nemesis, his longtime rival, Seagull Joe. Let's take a quick look at how that Xanadu went.
Joe shouting, I'm in every clip. Dang it.
That monkey flip, that was death. I was like, all right.
As soon as he used jump, yeah.
The monkey flip. This is gross.
Yeah,
Just
I
resets.
I like how he landed.
Was that chirp? Oh no, up air. Ew. Or up air. Up air. Yeah, had him backwards.
Yep.
Pink Fresh. 3-0.
Yeah.
Damn, Pink Fresh 3-0 indeed. And again, we've seen this player time and time again pretty much run MDVA. And Seagull Joe, I know he's found his way, kind of using more Diddy Kong now, but it seems that this time around it looks like Pink Fresh is kind of getting a hold of that character, man. So who knows? I don't know what other character we're going to see from Seagull Joe. I don't know if he's going to return to his roots and go ahead with Sonic and try to combat him that way or not. But long time rivalry, man. It's always interesting to see what happens, what turns that takes. But anyways, we're going to go move on to, of course, the biggest topic of them all, 2GC. Now, this weekend, of course, we're going to have Midwest Mayhem Saga. Let's go check out a little quick trailer on that.
You tremble like you see a ghost, and I gave in. I like the things you need the most. You said, where have you been? You wasted all the sweetness to hide. I wonder why. I remind you of the days you poured your heart into, but you never tried.
And of course, right after Midwest Mayhem Saga, that's going to be the last one. And then we're going to go to our spring major, of course, 2GC Civil War Saga. And this is what the people have been waiting for. I know a lot of people are excited. I'm excited. This is going to be the big one, man. This is the one for the history books for Smash 4 as a whole. So I'm really excited to see what happens at Midwest Mayhem Saga and see how that is going to shift the story as it unfolds, eventually coming to its climax at, of course, Civil War Saga. And that about wraps it up for the vault. So I'm going to go ahead, check out my man Misfits Larry, and see what he has to say about the life and his musings and what he has been going on, of course, in Smash 4. And welcome to New Foe Approaches. And we have, supposedly, based on PGR, the top 5 player in the world, the X factor of -2, whatever the hell that means. Misfits LarryLurr. How are you doing today?
I am doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm glad to be here with one of the best, man.
Oh, yeah?
All jokes aside about PGR. Definitely doing a great work. Shout outs to Bear and his team. And of course, Alan. They're doing a lot of big things. But yeah, so top 5 now, man. And at the beginning of 2017, how's Smash 4 looking for you moving on forward?
It's looking pretty good. I feel like I'm in a spot where I could beat everyone fairly reliably. I just need to make sure that I'm playing well that day, and if I am, I generally do really well, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, man, you know I'm always behind you 100%. You always do really well, and I think that there's not really any player out there that is someone that you can't beat, you know. But let's talk about something. Speaking of that, because we had an interesting talk on a car ride here, and you're telling me a lot of people feel that you have a Bayonetta problem. Now, we know the Fox Bayonetta matchup, that's a rough one. Obviously, it's a rough one. But as a whole, people think that you specifically have a problem for whatever reason. So talk to the people, man. But talk to the dissenters out there thinking that LarryLurr can't beat the witch.
Okay.
Talk to them.
All right. So, versus Chag at Genesis, I mean, I lost. Which someone recorded on like a phone or something. It went to game 3. Game 3, I actually SD'd. He threw me off stage, and I side B'd and then tried to double jump up B, but I only side B up B, and I went too low and died.
Yeah.
And I was winning, but I mean, it was close. It could have gone either way, but that's pretty much what happened versus him. And I beat JK, and I personally believe JK is better than Chag, but
Agreed. I definitely believe so too.
But the way I beat him was kind of sucked for him because he won game 1, game 2 he SD'd and I won, and then game 3 I won.
I mean, it happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I think it's very interesting because, like you said, people don't really usually look at it in that way. They kind of see the one loss and not really talk about the games, man. Like, you know, like you said, like I honestly feel like if you look at the track record of JK versus slew of other players, I mean, this is kind of the person that you would look to project on top. I mean, he's definitely in the kind of, I would say he's in the top 5, top 6 Bayonettas for sure. Like, he is really, really damn good. And a lot of people just sleep on him as a whole. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you were able to take him out, and even I remember when this all kind of started, man. That one moment when Salem, how much percent did he have on? When he two-stocked you?
I only gave him 3%.
3%. Okay. And everyone saw that, and everyone just said, yo, this dude just got body, blah, 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 busted. But no one talks about what happened when you played him again, that very tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about that.
So that set went to Game 5 last hit. I actually missed the confirm I had, and I lost because of it. Salem himself told me, he's like, yeah, you should have won. You actually had like the read, you just did the wrong thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's again, going to these things where kind of people just talk about it, but you got to look at the data, man. You got to look at the data. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, enough about that. Let's talk about what do you feel about this recommended stage list that's going to be coming out?
All right, personally for me, I don't like it, mainly because I think Lilat should be on there. I can understand why people don't want it on there because of the glitch, and like obviously it would be terrible to lose a match, let alone a set that way. In case you guys don't know, there's a glitch where when Lilat's moving, you can actually fall through the stage, and that's pretty much the argument behind not having Lilat as legal stage. Some arguments can be made, like this one I don't really like necessarily. I don't like that much because I just don't think it's a strong argument. The argument is that Melee also has Pokemon Stadium, and there's a similar glitch where you can just randomly fall through the stage. Where, yeah, like maybe Melee does have it, but that's not a strong argument behind it, because you can argue, well, they shouldn't have it either.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not like, oh, okay, well, this is dumb. Oh, that's dumb too in that game, and they have it, so you should keep it. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely agree with that. But do you think that as a whole, Lilat should be there? Because you already know my opinion. Tell you guys straight up, I feel like Lilat should be there. I feel like Lilat, especially with what we have right now in the recommended stage list, which is we have Smashville, we have FD, we have Battlefield, and then for the counter picks, we have Town and City, and we have Dreamland, but that's actually tied into Battlefield, along with the Megas that are tied to FD. So I feel like in that kind of situation, you got one ban. I think the stage in itself, that glitch, they talk about it. I know they have that huge collection of occurrences of the glitch by John Numbers, but they don't talk about all the other matches that have happened and it hasn't occurred. I mean, it's definitely something that I'm not going to put an exact number on it because people are just going to take it word by word and not really listen to what I'm saying, but it is a very, very, very low occurrence. And I can say my personal experience and a multitude of others, it has not happened to them. Yes, we had one instance where it occurred. It's not something that's going to be happening all the time. And again, it is a stage that could be banned. So, what do you think? Do you think that if that's what you want to see in terms of the rule set as a whole, or what is your dream rule set?
So for me, I'll touch on the Lilat thing. So yeah, I agree. I think it's a very rare glitch. Not only that, but I'm sure there are like glitches on other stages where you just fall through. Yeah. So that argument, I feel like you could use that to like get rid of so many stages. Cause yeah, same thing. Like I haven't seen it, but I'm like almost positive there's probably been instances on Smashville where people have fallen through or something like that.
Right.
That being said, my personal rule set would be this: Battlefield, Smashville, Lilat, Town and City, and FD, all starters and all counter picks. I think that's the best way to have it. I think it gives a great balance of stage variety, and it also gives you the ability, like I feel like it gives you the ability to not give one character particularly overpowered stage, because I think having both Battlefield and Dreamland as separate stages, like I mean, for me, I would love it because I'm Fox, and I think that's Fox's best stage.
Yeah.
So if you want to do it, fine, but I'm telling you right now, I don't think it should be that way.
Yeah.
And this is coming from someone who would benefit greatly from it. Like Fox is also bad on Lilat, and I want it, so you can't just say, oh well, Larry just wants this because it benefits him. No, it doesn't. It actually hurts me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, take that.
Take that, social media.
But yeah, I just think that would be the best rule set. Like the way it is now, I think it's not bad, because I think that if you're not gonna have Lilat as a if you're not gonna have Lilat, you shouldn't have the 4 stages as starters, because I think that it would give too many characters a particular advantage, like starting off game 1.
No, I definitely agree. And I know that they've ran it in Xanadu this far, and that's been working out fairly well. I do know that there is talks. Again, people are, even though they've kind of presented this recommended rule set, they're kind of definitely in a testing phase. So I know a lot of people are kind of upset about it, but I know people are actually trying to listen to opinions. I know a lot of the major TOs out there are, of course, like you have Bear, you have Vaseth, Tantalus, you have the Unrivals guys. I think E2C is going to be looking at it, or has looked at it, and a lot of other people, myself included. I was just in the group for a little bit, just talking, seeing like what can be going on. But yeah, I've kind of echoed really a lot of the same sentiments in terms of, I think that in terms of like Lilat, I feel Lilat should be in there, man. At the bare minimum, I think the greatest thing would be having the 5-star, as you said. I think even Zan was saying that as well too. He thinks that would be a good look. So let's see how it goes. I would really like that, and I think it would be really good for the game. And I think it will hold us off. I know a lot of us are hopeful for the Switch, so we'll see, man.
That was a great snap, by the way.
It was a beautiful snap.
That was
right?
actually that was like the snap from the commercial.
Yeah, it was good,
wait, was it you? Did you do that?
Man, shut up, man.
wait, do it again. Yeah,
that's pretty good, right?
That was you.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right?
that was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like I know people are really hopeful too to see the extra stages, because from different sources out there, a lot of people have been saying that pretty much for the Nintendo Switch version. If you guys haven't heard, pretty much people are saying that it's going to be a combination of 3DS and the Wii U. So we're going to get some of the 3DS stages and potentially some extra stuff too.
Yeah.
People have been talking about maybe there's going to be some new characters, stuff as well. So moving on.
Wait.
To
I want to add one thing.
Okay.
If anyone from Nintendo is listening, add a feature on there. Add a feature so you can take off stage hazards.
Yes, please. Like, absolutely.
Yeah, like it's not that hard to do. PlayStation All-Stars did it.
Yeah.
And they were copying you, but they did that one feature better than you guys.
Yeah.
And that is definitely something that if you're watching Nintendo Rep, like, I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but you should definitely jump on that, because that was a phenomenal feature that would do nothing but help.
Yeah.
Help Smash.
No, absolutely. And I think in terms of how you see Smash as a whole, dude, like already, like you have all these stages that they put so much work into, and you literally can't use them because random goon comes down like, that's all, and then like you can't use it, right? And I think for some people it is fun. Some people it's fun to a certain point. Other people it's not fun at all.
Yeah, but that's why you should give them the option to play that way.
Exactly, and it kind of fits with the whole ideology of Smash. The fact that you can throw on a ton of items if you want to. I feel like if you're able to throw off that stuff, you should be able to throw off easy. You should just throw off hazards, and then boom. There's so many stages. Oh my gosh, we get Pokemon Stadium.
That would be phenomenal. Yeah, and I just think it would help, especially because Nintendo wants to support the competitive Smash scene. Yeah, they're showing that and they're voicing it. So if you want to, you should definitely do that. That would help so much.
Yes.
So much.
Please, Nintendo, please do that. I have to take off my glasses for that one. Please do that. That's serious business. I absolutely agree, man. Absolutely agree. But moving on from stages, again, what do you would like to see in terms of the metagame? I mean, obviously right now we have a pretty diverse metagame. I mean, you look at a lot of these top 8s, you have a lot of characters, like character variety. You had Brood coming out with Duck Hunt, and Duck Hunt obviously is not some super great character, but I think it's more of a testament to how this game right now is in a place where characters are close enough to where it's really divisive depending on player skill, more so than what this character's options are. I mean, obviously, characters' options matter at the end of the day, but again, it's close enough to where you can have a fighting chance, provided you have the mind and you're in the right mindset to move on and do some things. So what are your thoughts about that in terms of where the metagame is right now and where you would like to see it?
I think the metagame is in a great place just because there's so much character variety and people are finally starting to jump on the heavy wagon. Like, we have Nairo for Bowser. We have, myself and now Tweak jumping on DK.
Oh, dude, Tweak.
Yeah,
I can't believe he bodied those dudes with no ding dong, man.
Yeah, dude, that was amazing. Like, if Tweak learned to do the ding dong and just learned some particular things, he'd be the best DK easy.
Yeah.
Like, and this, like it's coming from me, who
yeah,
really good with DK, but I think he would be the best DK.
Yeah.
We have Anti with Charizard. He throws that out every once in a while, and that's amazing to see. So I think that we just need to see more of that because heavy characters have great usage for particular matchups, as we've seen before.
Right.
And I just think that they are a really, really great tool to have. So I would just love to see more people pick up big characters.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always loved to advocate for the big body meta, and I think that's crazy that it's something that you hear like in other fighters. Obviously here in Marvel, you have Kane Blue River, big body team, but it's great now. Like, we have in this game where you have big bodies that the way that rage works, those kind of percents, the whole kind of the grab game, the damage that they can do, the kill options that they have out of these grabs. And a lot of them just have really good pokes too. Like, they have fundamentally good pokes like a true grappler should have. And so they're in a position where these characters are really pretty solid. And I think usually people stay away from this character because I'm getting comboed, but you're not dying. That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'll take 150 if you die at 60.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's the whole point of a big body character. You're not supposed to be able to kill someone early and just avoid damage altogether.
Yeah, that would be stupid.
Yeah, that would actually be insanely good. You would be banned because you would be too good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on top of that, just having more counter picks, I think in Smash 4, counterpicking people is the meta, and I could see people finally jumping onto it with just adding more secondaries to their arsenal.
Yeah, you're seeing that a lot more now with players. I think that it's great that players, like you even said, in terms of Anti or Tweak, are finally using these characters, man. They've had them. They'll go in For Glory, body some fools, make them cry, dip. They have their friends, their homies come over, body them, dip, whatever, right? But now these guys are actually taking these characters to tournament, and they're seeing some relative success with them.
Yeah.
And so it's really good to see actually people doing that with a lot of these big bodies and these characters in general. And that's just, you said, this game, there's a very solid counterpicking foundation here, and I don't think that's going to go anywhere, especially when you have such diversity and you have such fairly well balanced game.
Yeah.
These characters are going to be a threat, so if you fall on a character that someone doesn't know, or they like to be more kind of fast and try to pressure, but they're a light character, fast fall or something, all of a sudden, dude, you just eat damage for free. You get bodied. But also, not just in the metagame in terms of where we are right now in the game, but if you could change anything, again, supposing that the Smash Switch is happening, technically we don't know if it's going to happen, but I think we know it's going to happen. Let's be real. But thinking about it, what changes would you like to see, or could you anticipate seeing with the patch that would come with the game? And then, actually, just answer that one, and then I got another question for you.
Okay. Realistically, I think they're going to nerf some characters, which I completely disagree with. I think it would be better if they just buffed lower tier characters.
Absolutely.
The way I see it is, first and foremost, they should try to make the game fun. And I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like playing characters that suck.
Yeah, dude, not just you. Like, it's true. Like, if people say that all the time, it's because they have this idea of like how the characters' personalities are. They think they're really cool, but that's how people get in these kind of character crises, because they think the character's really cool in theory, but in terms of actually playing, I'm just getting beat all day, and then you get upset. You're like, damn, man, like I can't move. Why is this dude running circles around me? You know? Why does this dude just grab me like DK? Just grab me, put me on his shoulders, and I'm dead. Like, what's wrong? What's up with that?
Yeah.
And even though this game is balanced overall, like there still are some nuances like that. So yeah, I completely agree. There was actually a good video by Corey Gaming talking about buffs over nerfs, and there's a couple other ones too. It's a theory in game development of the perfect imbalance, and it's talking about how you can have slightly better characters, and that's okay. So there's this kind of discovery there, and then like just how people play, they learn how to counteract this character and this and this and this. But the most important thing is you don't want to nerf people in sake of balance and have that perfectly balanced, because you do that, then there's nothing interesting to explore. It's not fun. You don't feel free, and that's one of the things we love about Smash, dude. The fact that it's like a free form kind of game. So when you can actually have it, when your characters have more tools, that's what makes it exciting, and that's something I really, really want to see for a couple other characters in this game, because I feel like the game mechanics in this game are really like cool and like kind of fun, but then I feel like in terms of some of the characters, like even if you look at their kind of Brawl counterparts, like pretty much across the board they were nerfed in terms of exclusively looking at what the characters' tools are. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely see some characters. I would like to see some characters buffed overall and try to bring them up to some of the the higher tiers, top tier characters. Where would you like to see people buff? Like, what would be the kind of the scale you'd be looking at?
So I think all the top tiers are at a good area, because they're very good, but they have like a plethora of like tools and options, and that's what you want. You want characters that have those tools and options, because that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
You don't want someone to be incredibly linear, which, in my opinion, that's what pre-patch Diddy was. If pre-patch Diddy was still here, I think Smash 4 would not be as successful as it is now, because he was like incredible, but he was such a linear character, and he was so good that maybe like who knows, maybe he would have had counter picks, but he was so easy to pick up, then there would be no reason to like not use him.
Yeah.
We have Cloud, but he may be easy to pick up, but he's not easy to be amazing with.
Yeah.
If he were, we'd see like a bunch in top 8, which
absolutely
we don't.
Yeah.
We might see someone pull out a Pocket Cloud, but
yeah, in terms of certified clouds, like you don't really see that. It's more so adding to the counter picking game that you were talking about earlier.
And then that's not bad. Like, that's what you want. You want someone to like use counter picks. You don't want them to just. Well, I mean, some people do. Some people are just character loyalists, but
yeah,
I'm like completely not answering that question. So
no, I know. You ain't loyal.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, but you loyal to this though.
Yeah, that was hot. Miami Heat.
Miami Heat.
All right.
anyways.
All right. So, characters I would want to see buffed. I would definitely want to see DD buff. I don't know how. Like, truth be told, I don't know like how he should be played as a whole, but I think that maybe give him just better grabbing tools, because his throw combos don't seem to be the greatest. His Gordo is also. Okay, so I think they should buff his Gordo in some way, but here's the thing: I feel like the reason they made it that way is because they saw in itself that it could be such a broken tool.
Yes, it could be.
So I don't know how they would buff it without making it too overpowered, because that thing could actually be absurdly good.
Yeah,
and it would just like destroy certain characters.
No, absolutely. I think that being said, though, I think they got a little too afraid of its power. What is it now? It's like you can hit something back if it's like 1.5
something
damage, like something stupid. I honestly think that there's in this game, the way that aerials are, they're so fluid. I think that if you have it to where you have to use a 3%, 4% move, I think that's fine.
Yeah, that should be fine.
I think one of the cool things would happen. I don't know if they would actually end up doing it. They kind of did some tweaks with Ganon's animations, so there is hope. especially if it's going to this new system. I would love to see the return of Brawl DDD's Dair. That move in tandem with a Gordo would actually be super hype. I think that would do a lot of pressure. I feel like it would be in a place where you wouldn't have to augment the Gordo as much, so that in itself wouldn't be as scary. But then you would have Dair, but of course Dair is going to be limited because it's still going to be a commitment, and you're going to be in the air. And he's not going to be doing super crazy things in the air. So I think that would be kind of cool to have. I think that would be kind of cool to see what that can do. I'd love for him to have like his up throw be his combo throw, and then down throw to actually be like a tech chase or something like that too. I really kind of want to see that play again. I know they pretty much took away all the tech chases.
Yeah.
And that's something that hurts me.
I think that if they kept tech chasing, well, depending on where it was, it could be absurdly good DD. Yeah. So I could see them not doing that. I think going on to what you're saying about bringing his old Brawl moves back, I think instead of his Dair, it might be really good if they bring back his Bear.
Oh yeah, that Bear would be great,
especially with like the Dair, because he could do something similar to what I do with DK, which is you do Bear and then you do an air dodge read and spike him.
Yeah,
and that would totally be a reliable setup, because you're either gonna eat more bears or you're gonna try to like avoid it, and then you're gonna get spiked for trying to avoid it.
Yeah, and I mean he would have some good edge guards on a lot of characters. I mean obviously characters with no hitboxes, Rosalina, already that would have an issue. Diddy would have a problem because you could have situations where you could probably set up a Gordo and then go out there yourself and try to get some bears and already kind of cover that space. So that would be actually a really great move to have as well. But yeah, I feel like a lot of the changes they made for DDD just weren't good at all, man. And then so he can't even really abuse the Gordo as supposedly it would be. He really only abuses at the ledge, and there's still certain ways to kind of get out of those situations as well. So yeah, I mean that character, I feel like, would you say that he's the worst heavy right now?
Yeah, definitely. Like out of the heavies, he's definitely the worst. Like shoot, who's a heavy? Okay, so if I were to like list them, I personally think DK is the best. And then probably Bowser. What other heavies are there? I know there's Charizard and DD. I feel like I'm missing one.
I mean, you could say Ganon if you're going to say Ganon. Some people kind of see him. I mean, obviously he's a heavy character, but I mean, when I usually think of heavy kind of grapplers, big bodies, like I usually just kind of put Charizard, DK, Bowser, and DDD. Yeah. That's usually how I look at it. I usually look at those four.
No, I agree. Yeah. I would say DK, Bowser, Charizard, and DDD. Yeah, so definitely put him the worst. But going on to the other characters I think should be buffed. I think it would be better if they were to buff Duck Hunt some way, but I don't think he should be too good. I feel like keep away characters should be set at a certain level, because I think that a strong keep away character is actually busted. It's like one of the most busted things in competitive game.
No, absolutely, gaming. Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. We talked about this before, dude. Like there's certain characters like Dulcim, like in Street Fighter, there's certain characters like you can't have good, because if they're good, like it will be so overbearing, and it's something that frustrates people to no end. Yeah. To not get somewhere is one of the most frustrating things in the court in life. Period. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just get mad. Like
it's like, dude, it's like just imagine like you're flying a duck hunt, you're in the same spot for like 10 seconds, and then you're saying to yourself, I'm working the same dead end job.
Same dead end job.
Same dead end. Come on. Still living at home with my parents. Dude, what am I doing? They just like stop. They like put the control down and just leave. You're I'm joining the army.
Dude. I gotta go, dude. I gotta go overseas.
I gotta go overseas, man. I can't do it. And that's what would happen.
That's actually an accurate portrayal of what would happen.
People don't like to say it, but
it's real.
It's kind of true.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that's why Duck Hunt can't be like, he could be good, but he can't be great. And like there's this like there are a few characters that should never be great in competitive gaming, and it's for that reason. It's because you just they can't be good. Like it would just hurt people too much.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's just like, and it's an interaction too that people just like kind of prioritize like lesser. Like it's when I can throw out a projectile and I can do stuff to you, that's something that you have to deal with. I don't have to deal with it because I'm not there. Like it's in your face, you have to deal with it, you know? And so it just makes it like, it irks people, man. It hurts you.
Yeah.
It hurts you when you looking at some damn dog sitting there wagging his tail with a damn duck, and then you got a can blowing up in your face, and you're like, gosh, like imagine if that was like just good, like you just get blown up all the day, like getting shot up, like you'd be mad.
Oh, and then here's another character that, in my opinion, cannot be good. Ganon. He hit you twice and you would die. That would be top tier Ganon. You just get hit twice, and you'd be like, well, I guess I lose.
Dude, Ganon's one character where I was always sad because I really, really, really wanted Ganon to just have a different toolkit. I was honestly after Twilight, not after Twilight,
Skyward Sword.
yeah, after Skyward Sword.
Demise.
Yes, dude.
I agree with you.
Oh, dude, that hurt me, dude.
Nintendo,
that one hurt me.
Nintendo, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Who
was sleeping at the wheel?
Why did you not put Demise? Like, why? That would have been great. Like,
yeah.
Or maybe actually, this now popped into my head. What if it was like copyright issues? Because that dude looks like Akuma.
He does. He is a Kuma, dude.
Like that
He's
actually,
like
that actually could have been it.
Yeah.
It actually could have been like, oh, we can't use Demise because Capcom would sue our ass because he looks like Akuma.
But Demise would have been so good.
No, he would have been amazing because he would have actually used the sword.
Yeah. that alone, like that's it. Like you don't even have to discuss it. Like he would use his sword. Yeah.
This is Ganon with the sword with flaming hair.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that'd have been good.
Yeah.
I feel like I would love to see some villain that just like you just see their moves and be like, damn, that is a villain. Like even Ganon's up tilt, like
Ganon's toolkit isn't the moveset of a villain. It's not like
it's like a clown, dude.
It's just the moveset of someone you're just like, I don't want to get hit by that.
Dude, it literally looks like one of the like you know how they have like the stage 1 like Streets of Rage guys? Like it's like one of the like freaking like clowns, dude. Like literally like you know they always have like the ones that are real fast and they have this like
the
knives?
knives?
Dun, 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 you know like but I feel like he's just like a guy who goes like oh like he hits strong and you just like dodge him and then you just hit him with the super like
this keeps going like this?
Yeah, and he's just like
you get hit by it?
Yeah.
You're just like, I got hit by that?
Yeah, like what was I doing? Like you know, like he, like you don't feel like this dude's supposed to be the king of evil, like power of the Triforce. Speaking of that Triforce, I am glad that at least Link is okay in this game. Toon Link, solid. I am so upset about Zelda. What happened? They literally just made a divergence. Like these literally like Sheik was like laters. I'm going to the skies and Zelda's just sitting in the castle.
This is what happened. Nintendo was like, okay, so we got rid of Sheik's worst move. So now what do we do?
And they just walked away.
they said, okay, we'll give Sheik the equivalent of Brawl Manite Shuttle Loop. I mean, that is even do Brawl Manite Shuttle Loop justice because there's actually not an equivalent to that.
Yeah. That move
was actually absurd.
Busted. Yeah, it's so funny people don't understand. But anyway,
So
okay.
For like the reasons of this example, we'll just say that the equivalent of Brawl Manite Shuttle Loop.
Yeah.
And then we'll just give Zelda. We'll give Zelda the Spirit Tracks thing, and that'll be good, right? Yeah, like I think Zelda's historically been the worst character, like in all the Smash games. Because okay, let's count it off. Melee bottom tier.
Yeah.
Brawl bottom tier.
Yeah.
Smash 4 probably bottom tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it is actually terrible. It actually makes me really sad. I don't understand how they paid someone to make the animation of the shadow armor and make it literally like the worst thing in the world. Like Nintendo, if you are gonna buff Zelda, let me just offer a suggestion. If you just give shadow armor the ability like you can hold the charge, that would be godlike.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That would be so hype. Can you imagine like doing like forward throw into shadow armor or something? Like that'd be so sick.
Honestly, what they should do is they should buff Dense Fire.
Oh yeah, that too.
I think Zelda should be a strong keep away character.
Yeah.
Especially like with her toolkit. Like she would be like an absurd keep away character because like she's like zoning you out, and then you go in, she lightning kicks you, and you're just like, what the fuck? You're like, why'd I go into that?
Yeah.
I fought my way in for that.
Yeah.
And then you're back out.
Yeah, you just get hit by heels, dude. Yeah, with the Christmas sales, man. Yeah.
So I mean that would be great.
Yeah.
I don't want them to buff Jigglypuff, but I know Jigglypuff deserves a buff.
Damn, that's cold, man.
I'm being honest.
You are.
I'm saying that Puff does deserve a buff, but
yeah,
I just really don't want to see Jigglypuff good, man.
I understand. You know what? I feel like I would love to see Puff in a way that's like, especially because of the way this game works. I would just like to see like give her some little combos, like. You know, make her aerials have some like more true combos with the aerials. I think that would be cool. I think it would just kind of be fun to see. I mean, this character's still gonna get blown up by rage and like strong moves in this game, anyways. I would just want to see that. I wouldn't want to see the return of melee Puff. I think that anyone who thinks that throw into rest should occur in Smash 4 is a clown. Like, you're an idiot. Sorry. I don't believe that should happen. Like, I'm just going to give it to you straight. I'm going to tell you guys how it is. That should not happen. But I feel like, like combos in the bears, having a way where more strings in the fairs, like up air, stuff like that too. Some extra up tilt stuff. I think that'd be cool for the character.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that is okay because it still feels fun. Someone feels like they can actually get some solid conversions. They don't feel like I'm doing all these little weak hits, and they'll find a way to edge guard with the character, especially if they get those kind of buffs too. So I think that'd be good.
Yeah. Honestly, the main reason I would want Jigglypuff to be good is just because I know Hungrybox would like actually start taking Smash 4 more seriously.
Yeah.
And he's a great player. I think the way his playstyle is actually would fit Smash 4 very well.
Yeah, I agree. I think that you just see him like one day he look at that patch notes and he's just like, cancel my plans at that Melee local, man. I'm going to Smash 4 Major. Yeah, man. It would actually be insane. But I think that would be great. I would love to see. Some people look at this game and have that kind of duality where it's like, okay, I can play Melee and I can play Smash 4. And I think that it's not as divisive. Obviously not as divisive as how Brawl versus Melee was. But I still think there's little things that could be in this game that could make it a little better. Now, I'm sure they're not going to put like dash dancing at this point in this game. That's something I would love to be in this game, by the way. I talk about all the time, but like, it's probably not going to happen. But I would like to see something even kind of like how Cloud's movement is. How you see where he has less cooldown on his dash overall. I think that'd be kind of cool to see more so across the cast. Like, obviously it has to be done relative to the characters. You can't have them all have freaking Cloud's dash because that would just be ridiculous and some characters would be busted beyond belief.
Fox.
Yeah. So you can't do that. But I think that would be cool. Again, I think that ultimately a lot of us play this game because of just how the conversions are and the movement and the freedom that we have with the game. And I think that kind of adding to that more so will make a lot more, all the Smashers collectively feel more at home.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that could happen. That would be cool as a global change. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Last question. If there's two characters, because supposedly people were talking about there's going to be like two characters coming into the game. What two characters would you like to see in Nintendo Switch?
You were going to hate me for saying this.
I already hate you.
All right.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, I know. I actually don't want to say it.
Say it, Larry.
All right. So my first one would be LankyKong. Just because I think it would be hilarious. I would legit just want him to be a clone of Diddy, but just with longer hitboxes and less knockback. And instead of a banana, he like pulls out a balloon.
Oh man, you shouldn't be alive. What?
Yeah, so I think that would be great.
Okay.
I think that would be very fun and enjoyable.
Not gonna lie, I think it would actually be kind of cool to have another Donkey Kong character. I actually thought it would be sick if they had Cranky Kong, and like King Kong was just like this hype bringer character with a staff, like, and he's just amazing. Like he's just raw. Like
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that would actually be super hype and really funny.
No creativity though. No.
Yeah, you're
Diddy Kong clone.
Yeah, you're stupid.
That's what I want.
All right.
So
next character,
Bomberman.
Bomberman.
I think Bomberman is like the more exciting of the two.
Yes.
I think Bomberman would be really, really fun.
I mean, I think Bomberman is not only the most exciting of the two, but I think he's probably the most probable of the two as well. I mean, like you see a lot of recurring themes that kind of there's a resurgence of Bomberman. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bomberman ends up like somehow finding his way into Smash. I would not be surprised at all. Yeah, but that's interesting. Yeah. So Bomberman, and then you just want exactly Diddy Kong clone LankyKong.
I mean, not an exact clone. Like I said, more range, less knockback. Instead of balloon, or instead of banana, balloon.
So basically, you just want him to combo more, and then throw balloons at you.
Yeah, no.
What would the balloons do?
The balloons would be like his custom banana, where they just pop you up.
Wow, dude, I really hate you. You actually. Oh man. Okay.
Oh, instead of here's the other difference. Instead of having the Diddy's barrel being his like kickflip,
yeah,
he'd have like a move where he inflates and just like move forward slightly, and he'd have a tether because his arms are really long.
Always a pleasure, Larry. Always a pleasure. Well, thank you for being on the show. I'm sure you're actually going to be on the show multiple times, and we're going to have a ton of these stupid conversations here.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I would like that.
I'm kind of debating at this point now. But you know what? I'm glad that you're here. And yeah, I mean, that's about wraps it up for this interview segment. But how about we go over and play some games?
You sure?
All right, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Dair Down. Now, if you guys were kind of curious about what actually happened in our Final Destination segment between me and Larry, go ahead and check it on our YouTube, which we're going to have on deck right after the end of the 2GC Midwest Mayhem saga. But if you guys actually tune in to the saga itself, you'll be able to see some sneak peeks and some exclusive content there detailing how those matches went. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves thus far. If you guys have any questions, anything to say, go ahead and check out the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts. Please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. And most importantly, have yourselves a damn good day.